Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores 2 Plus, where we are progressing along from Vengar Fjords, going into Manya Jungle. So this is a map that I've gotten a lot of feedback, or I've heard in the comments quite a bit, that a lot of people have really enjoyed this map, and this is one that's a favorite for a number of people. So I want to go back on, or well, not go back onto it, but go onto it, take some time in it, see everything that it has in store, because all the comments in that I've gotten about, like, really good maps, such as, like, what was it, Moraine Domain or something like that from was it just Carnivores Plus? I think it was Carnivores Plus, but, like, the Walking with Dinosaurs sort of map that had all the Easter eggs there. Whenever a map comes up in the comments that has, like, the name attached, it's usually a very nice and very great map to be on, so Manya Jungle, I'm very excited to see what's there. We're going to go for more Ceratosaurus after last week's little interesting bit of a hunt, and again, the best way to hunt these guys is probably, as I showed you, crouch down with a shotgun and be ready to just blow open the chest when they're on top of you. Everything's looking good though, so we'll hop in and get started on this new hunt. Okay, so we're loaded up in here. I do just want to have the double barrel at the ready, because we have had some early encounters with Ceratos when I first spawn in, so let me just try to find a nice little area to stop a moment and browse. Ooh. I can see why Manya Jungle would be, like, just requested from, like, this overhead view of it. It looks like it's quite an extensive and heavily detailed map. Like, we started basically mid of the north area. There's a lot of stuff over to the east. Looks like west might just be some more, like, general, ooh, you know what? I think I'm going to have to actually cross here if I want to try hunting that guy. Because oh, actually, no, he went running. So I guess he was far enough away that he didn't go into, like, run-down predator mode on us, which is actually kind of helpful. I don't know if I would have been able to pull off the shots we need to take down Ceratosaurus if he, like, got in the water with us. I think he actually probably would have had basically a safeguard in that because we have to get right underneath and then be shooting upwards into the chest. It was it Nathaniel, I think, posted, like, a little bit of a story he heard from, got told for, like, a hunting tactic in Africa, where it was basically what we're doing, but just with a huge bow and arrow for hunting elephants. And okay, I think that's just the Brachiosaurus stepping around. So, okay, I'm just going to be cautious. As long as I can spot them as they're coming in and I have time to line myself up, I think I should be able to get some more Ceratosaurus reliably. But it is almost kind of like a bit of a trope, because I'm trying to think of, like, any movie where you have somebody going up against a large animal in a way. A lot of times, it often falls back onto the trope of the animal pounces, and because the person has, like, a spear or something sharp, just in the right position, it always impales itself and it's killed. But that's kind of the methodology for hunting the Ceratosauruses here. So I don't know exactly where that very noisy place, but I was going to say, I don't know exactly where that Ceratosaurus ran off to. So maybe I'll just stick on following him, because at least it is a lead, and then if I can get him, I might feel a little bit more confident as we go about. I just don't know how far he might have gone running off with, like, getting spooked down this way. Okay, can you hear the Brachiosaurus is still stomping around, so that's alright. Okay, it might have been the wind that gave us away. Because I do see the direction of it is kind of blowing around this way. Yeah, so there's going to be definitely a lot of episodes to do on this map, because I want to go all the way to the east, see what that area is. It looks like even to the west there's, or it might just be, like, because of all of these tall mountains and that, there might be things around there. Okay, let me try calling him in, though. Okay, so I do want to get across the water before they might, or it might start coming in. I don't know how far out it is, though. Doesn't seem to be on binoculars yet. But one of the things also in the comments that I've gotten about Manya Jungle when its name has come up is that, like, for Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt, and I will touch a little bit more onto that because there is a... It's not exactly news, but I do have a little bit of information on where, like, it kind of is right now. Thanks to, like, the Carnivores Community Discord. But, for Dinosaur Hunter Reborn, some of the comments have come in that the Delpheus Isle in Dinosaur Hunter Reborn feels more like Manya Jungle, and I can really see that. Like, this feels a lot closer to the jungle, lush, vibrant island that you start off with in Dinosaur Hunt. And, I mean, the sounds of that all fit very well for this area. I know the call came from this way. Maybe he picked up on our scent and ran off again. I'm surprised that that one's so timid, but if it had any experience from last episode or last week, I guess I might understand why they want to be a little bit more cautious around me. I actually know how to hunt them this time around. But, right, so I mentioned I kind of know what's going on with Dinosaur Hunts, or Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt. So there's been some posts in the Discord about where, like, the current development is on it. Right now, the high priority and majority of its focus is getting the PC release, like the Steam launch and that, all prepared and ready in that. So there's not really any word about new content or that, because I can understand. Once they get all of the, like, platform releases done, they'll have all the bases made and operating, so then it might be easier to try working further with stuff like that. So that's why it's still been pretty quiet on regards to, like, anything for Dinosaur Hunt. And see, this is still working on what they've said quite a while ago, but if you have Dinosaur Hunter Reborn through Steam, I believe from what they had said, I think you're going to get the Dinosaur Hunter for free. Almost as, like, say, a update or a relaunch of it in a way, if you already own it. I don't know if that's still true or not, and there's no, like, timeline or date we know of, or I don't think we know of yet, for when we might see Dinosaur Hunter on PC, but that's the current focus for it. And once it does go on PC, I don't really know if I will cover it, just because, I mean, I've already gone through, 40 episodes of Dinosaur Hunt on the Switch. So there's not really going to be anything new content-wise there to cover with it, and it would just be a lot of old ground, like, gone through again. But at least there's a little update, because there's been a question or two about what happened to that series, or what's going on with it, or that, so hopefully that clears that up, and you guys know they are working on it. It is just something because, again, completely different engine for it, trying to get it more modernized than that. It's a pretty big undertaking, so that's why it's been fairly silent on that front. If there's any changes or that, I'll try to let you know, although I'd probably recommend checking out Soaring Target. Anything Carnivores, he's the definite authority on it. He's done an amazing job keeping up with the different mods, like the Modders Edition engine that's recently come out, and everything like that. He's got that down pat and mastered, basically. Which is more than I can say for how my hunt's going here. I know I've been a little bit more distracted to chat with you guys, fill you in, stuff like that, but I still want to try to have some hunting going on. Although, some of these areas are kind of hard to figure out the best place to be, huh? It's like, if I'm down there and I get a Ceratosaurus kind of coming in, I think it wouldn't be able to even go down the slopes. I think it'd have to try to make its way over here, and then go down and in there. sure if I've had a reply in... I don't know how long, actually. Aside from that very first one that we tried just crossing the water back over here, I think it's been pretty much silent for any of them. A bit peculiar. And again, I should be cautious around the water, just because if they do go for a swim after me, I kind of lose every advantage to that. It might also even be, too, if they're in the water, that the shot... Water has its own hitbox, so if you shoot in the water, there's a fair chance that the bullets are just going to get absorbed by it, and they are not going to help you when you need them. Oh, just Galmine was coming over the ridge here. I almost mistook you for a Velociraptor. Would have blown you clean apart. But, you did lead us towards one of these guys. So 3.89. If I had a sniper rifle, that'd be your perfect opportunity for a shot on one. But since we're using the double barrel... Ooh, this actually might be a bit tricky. I'm not sure how I'd get him over here. Okay, he sees me. Yeah, so... Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They can't really, like, go across the gray there. Oh, crap, but... Ooh, I didn't think I'd get that. That didn't seem like the right angle for it, but I am very glad I was able to pull that off. And he's enjoying a little snooze. Yeah, big sucker, too, ain't he? Although I don't think 3.89 is the biggest we've seen so far. But yeah, that's... Again, water can be pretty dangerous for you if you're trying carnivore hunt. When it comes to like the Allosaurus, Spino, or the Raptors, it's pretty handy because they go slower if they're swimming. But Ceratosaurus, that mortal zone is only on the stomach, or like their torso area, which is usually underwater when they're crossing. So hopefully we'll try to steer a bit more clear of anything like that. Ooh, another problem I'm also realizing too is, since we don't really have, like, say, that flat of land here, I gotta try to pick my battles a little more too if I want to get multiple of them successfully. It's like, if they're coming uphill towards me, or they're even coming downhill, both ways kind of have it slanted, so that big old head of theirs can act almost like a shield. And they don't have the, like, the eye zone that will some other animals do, like the trike, the rex. So you can't even use that either. Oh, right down there. Yeah, you can see his head popped out right there. Oh, pretty tiny one compared to the other one. Although, you still gotta be careful of the small ones. Is that him still? Okay, yeah, that's the one we spotted. I wasn't sure. Just because we did have, like, this slope here. If I can just get down before he might spot us or come after us. Okay, this is a good spot to be. Okay, so he should start turning around to come after us in any... You know, I swear, sometimes the AI is so weird on what it will pick up and what it won't. Oh, I think I shot a bit too early there. If I waited, maybe I would have, but we'll restart. Okay, so we're loaded in again. Oh, crap. Oh! Surprised by the Spinosaurus, however. I was expecting the Cerato. One more restart. Okay, we'll try getting at least one more. But I heard the Ceratosaurus, or I thought it was the Ceratosaurus. Turns out it was the Spinosaurus getting a little bit of screen time in against us. But yeah, Manya Jungle might actually be one of the harder maps to hunt Ceratosaurus on. because of all the trees here, it's not quite like some of the other maps where they have this more straight shot and level ground. You can easily, again, just like brace and blast upwards. So I'll have to remember that for, like, next episode or so. I definitely want to spend a lot more time on Manya Jungle, because as we can see, there's a lot to take in. But we're going to make the most of this opportunity, because it has dropped us beside whatever this area is to the east here. Oh! Yeah, see... I think Manya is actually going to be one of the hardest maps to hunt these guys on. We'll try once more. Okay, we're loaded in, and... Okay, this might be our best chance at getting him. There we go. Yeah, like you saw. Flat ground, came in relatively straight line. Those are your keys to success when it comes to these guys. Or being very far away, waiting with the sniper to get the belly shot you need for him. And unfortunately, it kind of plunked us in the middle of the map here. So I don't think I'll do more Ceratosaurus hunts on Manya, just because of, again, you really gotta line things up in your favor, which I very rarely ever actually accomplish. But I'm very interested in hunting more like the Allosauruses, Spinosaurus, those other animals here on Manya Jungle. And I think there's 2 other maps after this as well. So, again, Carnivores 2+, we still have quite a ways to go with the series. I will have to see what I might do, like, in follow-up or after Carnivores 2+. Because we've covered a lot of the base games, or base mods, throughout the channel's history already. The big ones like Carnivores Plus, Triassic, Far North, Mandibles, Jurassic Park Revolution, Jurassic Park Hunter Legends. We've covered a lot of just the basic, or the base mods, but not really that much DLC-wise for them. So I could look at switching to that. I don't think I do them like as a complete playthrough again with the DLC, but I've kept all of the mods and all the save files. So even if it's just, like, say, a month or 4 episodes of going through DLC to hunt stuff, show it off, I could see about doing that if you guys would be interested in that. I know Carnivores, ever since I really started, it's probably been, like, the biggest, like, attraction for the channel. I try to, again, keep a variety of series so I avoid the burnout, and I think it's worked considering the channel has been going for almost 3 years now. I mean, I still would like to see a little bit more growth to it, but it's something to say I've been able to go for this long without, like, feeling any kind of burnout or tired or fatigue or anything through it, so that's been pretty nice to do. But yeah, I do want to have your guys' input and suggestions on that to see and go with things as well, because it's been, it has been very nice being on YouTube and having the community I do have. There's been a lot of great suggestions, advice that comes in, and it's been fun to interact and engage with you guys in the community, and comments, views, stuff like that. You tried a second time, but I gotcha. So apparently the Spinosauruses are actually one of the more dangerous animals on the map. I'm not sure if I should just go back with this. Yeah, you know what? Because I've had so many Stratos rip me apart today, I think I'm just going to take my easy wins and head back to the menu with that. We still got a couple of successful dinos there. Okay, so we're back in the menu here, and yeah, so we still have Mount Ravon and Mount Kirk to go through. As for what I'll pick, I do apologize if you guys can't hear the menu glitching out there. I mean, I could go for Spinosaurus and Sniper Rifle. Actually, that might not be bad, because I haven't actually done a Sniper Rifle hunt yet this series. And I could try... Ooh, actually... see... That's something I have to remember, though, is if I take the Sniper Rifle, I either have to use that exclusively on its own, or use the ammo out of anything else I bring with me first, and then I'll get the Sniper Rifle. So, I'll see what you guys might leave in the comments about what you might like to see, but we'll definitely be back to Manya Jungle next week. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Carnivores 2+. If you did enjoy the video or have been liking the series, be sure to give us a like, and if I have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.